So we're displaying the links on our homepage, which is awesome, but we probably want to display some more info and make it look a little bit nicer. So in this video, we're going to add some styling to the pages and also add a base HTML file that we can inherit from on the rest of our pages. And so we're going to be using Tailwind CSS. It's a CSS utility framework. And so the first thing we're going to want to do is create the base.html file. So we can come into our links app templates links folder and create a new file and call it _base.html. And I'm just going to paste in this HTML code here and we can walk through it quickly. So it's just an HTML document. And the way that Tailwind CSS works is that you include the styling right in these classes, and each class is a description of the type of style that it applies. So here we're saying we have a header class, a header that will have gray text and a border bottom. Then we're creating a div, and inside that div, adding a link to the home page, putting our name of our link shortening app, Linkly, adding a little bit of navigation to all the links and to add a link. And then down below the header, we have a div where we will add the content. And now there's one other thing that we need to do before we can move on, and that's here. We are adding a link with the URL named home. And if we go back to our links urls.py, we don't actually have that name specified. So it won't know which URL route we're talking about. So we have to specify name equals home. And now that will work. Awesome. So we have this base.html page, but our index still has no idea to use this base HTML page. So now let's set that up so that it extends this base.html page. So if we go back into our index.html, where we're looping through our links and listing out the link name, I will also paste in some HTML. And you can see at the top, we extend from that link base.html page, and then we specify this is block content to place within that block content section on this base.html page. We specify the h1 here to be title tag and say links, and then we loop through the list of links, and for each link we list it out, its name, how many clicks it has, the URL that's associated with it, and the slug. So if we open up the terminal, we can see that the server is still running, so make sure that your virtual environment is activated and your server is running. And if we pull this up in the web browser and click refresh, it looks a lot nicer now. So now we see we have this nav bar at the top, which is coming from base.html. We can add a link, we can view all links, and then we list out all of our links here in a bit more prettier fashion. It specifies the name, the URL that it's going to go to, how many clicks it has, and then the slug. Awesome, but right now there's no functionality, so when we actually open up localhost 8000/Google, there's no way for it to actually redirect to google.com. So that's what we will be implementing in the next video, adding the actual functionality of when a user goes to localhost 8000/Google, it should redirect them to Google's actual website. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.